So let us come together now for our world healing prayer. Just centering ourselves within the heart, finding that still place, letting all the turmoil of the outside world go. It doesn't belong to us. What we have is that sacred light of stillness and peace, and it is to that that we connect. So let us remember the great need of our world as we seek to still our minds so that we come into that place of peace and deep stillness, drawing closer to God in prayer. So let us open our hearts to the power, love, and wisdom of God. By the Christ light and love in our hearts, we call to the great angels of the Christ star circle. Being still, we feel their presence and their power. And now, with all the will of our minds, with all the love of our deepest hearts, we send forth the light. We send it forth as a great star of light, a blazing star, a star of the Christ light, lifting all hearts into the eternal heart of God. By all the power of Christ within our hearts, we send forth the light to the world. Now we hold our beautiful planet in the healing light of the Christ star. We hold within this healing ray the soil, the waters of the earth, the air, and all of nature, especially the human and animal kingdoms. And let us hold throughout the world all those who are coping perhaps with suffering or loss, just seeing them lifted into the light which is pure joy, knowing all things proceed in perfect and divine order. We hold all these men, women, and children all over the world in a beautiful light of peace and healing. We hold in the heart of the Christ star the soul of the Americas, all the continents of the Americas, the soul of the people of the Americas. May the light of the Christ star shine through the hearts and the minds of all the people of the Americas to bring peace, healing, and brotherhood to all life. So now let us hold within this great healing star, this symbol of the Christ, anyone known to us to be in particular need at this time, to see them drawn in their perfection in the heart of this love. Knowing that love is the healer of all ills, all disquiet. Beautiful, blazing, healing light. We enfold our loved ones, those we know, to be in need at this time. And we thank thee, Lord, for your presence and the blessing of your healing grace upon these, your family. Amen. 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 Morning again. I shall just stray from the script for a minute or two, or maybe half a minute or two. It's a lovely reading that's been chosen from a little book called Earth Healer. Thank you, Comelle. Early this morning, I was reading something we have up in our home, which is Chief Seattle's speech, or that which is attributed to him when the Native American peoples were being removed from their land into reservations. And one of the things that has always stayed with me is, how can you buy or sell the earth? We have such a civilization now that has forgotten. It has forgotten our care and love for the very mother that sustains us. So perhaps in this month or ongoing, we can remember how much we owe to the very earth upon which we stand and the gift she gives to us. Our reading begins. In past days, men and women recognized the needs of the earth. Once, the wise ones, the masters of those days, studied the secrets of nature through observation of whatever grows, and through observation of the heavens and the planets. They discovered the influence of the planets and the sun upon the earth, upon themselves, and they learned the secrets of the universe. They worshipped the rising sun, the light of Christ behind the sun. For the light was the source of life, and with the coming of the sun came also the spiritual power of their lives. There were great things accomplished in those days, beyond the power of human beings today. For we know that ever since the earth was peopled, it has passed through ages and ages of varying levels of consciousness. In those days, people, by their knowledge of nature, were able to bring down the rain at the right time. They were able to sow their grain at the right time. They understood that they must be brotherly to other creatures and that their actions must always be those of love. They would call upon the natural world, the nature spirits, and be most thankful for their help, looking to them for the development of the seed, the growing of the crop, and the nutriment of the harvest. They also treated the earth with kindness. They revered the earth because she was the womb of life, the great mother. In this current cycle and in your generation, you're so clothed with civilization that you are shut away from this contact with the power of the earth. Humanity appears to be overwhelmed with material life and its problems. There's no peace in the soul of the people, and the spiritual power is being dissipated because of this. Humanity has again to learn the use of the senses. You need to learn how to make that true contact with the source of your creation and with the universal life. The yearning for light is still deep within you. If only people would raise their vision upwards, they would see something so beautiful that they would be filled with deep thankfulness. They would see into the world of spirit, into a world of infinite beauty, of perfection of life, the perfection of nature. They would see into a world of perfect harmony, of perfect spiritual law, where the people are living in conditions of inestimable happiness and joy and peace of heart, and a place where the earth is healed. If you seek to help humanity or the animal kingdom or nature's growth, any plant or tree or flower, seek within your heart the light, for this is the something that you can direct by your thoughts, by your love and devotion to all of God's creatures, indeed every living thing. Live in spirit. Live that spirit may manifest through you. The task lies before each one of us to sow the seeds in order that the pure spirit may grow and flourish upon the earth.
Thank you, Jane. The country and the world are changing around us. Even though the only constant in life is change, we are in the midst of a spiritual evolution. Now more than ever, we need to be of service to Mother Earth. We incarnated at this crucial time in history to co-create a new vision for the future of humanity and our magnificent garden planet. And above all, to help it take form. Each one of us is responsible for doing our part to reshape the world. So as I was composing this, my brain was going, wait, what? Reshape the world? Oh my gosh, are you serious? I have no money to help like that. I don't even like to garden. What do you mean I have to reshape the world? Excuse me, no. Yep, you too, huh? Okay. I'm not the only one. Well, take heart, because I'm talking about the spiritually mental way we can be shaping and helping. You don't need any money. You don't need expertise of any kind. You don't even need to go outside if you don't want to. We need to be of service. I think when we hear the word service, our brains automatically relate it to doing physical things. Digging holes and planting trees. Volunteering at your local food bank. How about fostering animals until they can be adopted? I admit it, I'm a little adverse to that kind of service. Maybe a lot. But that's okay. We don't all have to be doing. Some of us can be being. There are lots of other people that are available to do the doing, the physical. Another way of physically helping is to reduce, reuse, recycle, right? We've all heard that. That's my way of physically helping from home. I recycle everything I can. And I'm thankful to the other people that are also doing the recycle, reduce, reuse. And those that are taking it to a higher level, like those that are developing ways to reduce energy usage, or reusing old boxcars to house hydroponic gardens, or taking those recyclables and turning them back into new cans or stadium seats, even making new clothes and artwork from the, quote, unusable. If we don't particularly want to do the physical things right now to help out, we can be of service doing the non-physical things, like using our minds for service. We can take a portion of our meditation time to work for the betterment of the planet. We can do that while we are behind the wheel driving around, or as we sit at Starbucks drinking a Frappuccino. We can use that time to actively give service to Mother Earth with our thoughts and prayers. These are some of the examples of when we can be working on the intention for Mother Earth this next month. Have you ever been driving and seen the rays of the sun shining down from behind the clouds? The next time you are driving or riding in a car, take a moment to look out and envision the rays of the sun coming all the way down to the path in front of you. See them touching the trees, the buildings, the cars, the lakes, and know that these rays are, this is a hard word for me, effortlessly, okay, the rays are effortlessly working on everything that is there, seen and unseen. Jesus said, "You reap what you sow." White Eagle explains it further. He says, "An inescapable law demands that what you put into life flows back in full measure, pressed down and running over. It is impossible for any man or woman to give from the heart without receiving exactly what they have given, Those who serve from the heart reap what they sow. What a wonderful law. While we attune our thoughts to cleansing, balancing, and renewing our planet, our Mother Earth, we are opening the way to receive the same in our own lives. How much time is usually given to thinking and blessing and loving Mother Earth? Do we spend our days marveling at the colors of the green grass and the blue sky? Do we bless the trees for their shade and grandeur? Do we see the magnificence in the changing of the seasons? Or do we spend our time looking at that dead tree and wondering why someone has not taken it down yet? See someone's brown lawn and wonder how bad it makes the neighborhood look? And how much energy is being given to complaining about the weather? It's too hot to be outside. It's too cold outside. If only it was summertime. When we spend our time only noticing the negative, we are opening the way for those negative ideas and energy to flow right back to us and into Mother Earth. Everything we think, say, and do affects everyone. That includes Mother Earth and all of her nature. She is one in spirit along each and every one of us. We are also hindering this spiritual evolution we are in, because as we think, we are projecting those judgments and negative thoughts into our world, into the planet, and everyone around us. Try thinking of it like this. Negative thoughts hold you back from your goal or your good. Positive thoughts propel you forward towards your goal or your good. Our thoughts hold as much weight as our actions. Our thoughts hold as much weight as our actions. What's the phrase? One positive thought takes care of 50 or 100 negative thoughts. 10,000? Oh my gosh. 10,000. See, I was thinking it was only 500. 10,000. One positive thought takes care of 10,000 negative thoughts. Imagine the results we could achieve when we think and live in a positive frame of mind all the time, every day. You know, that's actually the only hard part of this whole equation. It's to remember to have positive thoughts. It's not impossible to do. Challenging maybe, but it's not impossible. Thinking, visualizing, and meditating on cleansing our planet is the same as spreading fertilizer on your flowers. Thinking of cleansing our planet is the same as spreading fertilizer on your flowers. We want to actively give service to Mother Earth. You can choose whether it's going to be by physical means or by mental means. Our invocation says, "May the light of Christ shining in my heart stand guard over my thoughts." As we meditate and work on visualizing the cleansing, balancing, and renewing of our garden planet, let us stand guard over our thoughts and keep them aligned in the light of Christ. In closing, some words from White Eagle. All are moving forward together to bring through to the earth plane light, knowledge, wisdom, love. It will come. You are given the vision to work for it here and now. Divine Mothers and Divine Fathers, may you express the very highest so that you may aid forward that day of perfection and happiness for all God's children on earth. As we move into our spiritual communion, take a moment to recenter yourself and clear your mind. Close your eyes and ears to all physical sight and sound, and see before you a path of white light. Move along this path, and you will notice that it gently takes you up an incline, higher and higher, until you are on the top of a mountain which is higher than other mountains. You find yourself in a world of deep peace. As you look down from the mountaintop, you see the valley below is green with soft grass. You notice that the air you are breathing is delicate and pure, and you are surrounded by an atmosphere of delicate colors. As you watch the stream wind along the base of the mountain with the sun glistening on top of the ripples of water, you realize that next to you, in a golden radiance, is the figure of Jesus the Christ. You take each other's hand and stand together in the silence. You feel the pulsation and vibration of this powerful being. His life force, his breath, is part of the life stream which flows through the blood of the physical body. Think of this pure life force moving throughout your own body, through your heart, your hands, your feet. Now he is closer to you than the breeze that moves the hair on your head. He gives you sustenance. He gives you new life. In spirit, there is no separation, and again you feel the vibration, which is the pure life force circling around and around you. Wait, accept, be filled.
As Comelle was talking about, is we give service in many different ways. So just for a few moments now, as we call upon the great angels of the earth, air, fire, and of water, just focus. You don't need to use our little mental faculties. Let's just go into the heart as we call upon the angels of the earth to bless the very soil itself, the whole of the planet, and lift and bring their blessing to the people of the earth to understand and to open their minds and hearts as to the purpose of their being. We call upon the angels of the air to see the beautiful light cleansing all pollution, clearing the lower mental activity, to bring the mind to the heart and all the love that resides within. We call upon the angels of water to bless, to cleanse, to replenish all the waters of the earth, the lakes, rivers, streams, ice sheets. All the waters of the earth we see illumined in this beautiful light. The angels of the water. Now we call upon the angels of fire, the great sun, light, that the hearts and minds of all the people all over the world will be brought into unison in loving service, not toil, but service through joy, and a quiet embrace of the planet in which they have been gifted life. And we give thanks to all the angels for the great light, and for the blessings which abound for each one. For this we give thanks. Amen. Amen. Amen.